Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on the 18th of March. Can't believe it, that it's actually gone that far. The month's just flying away. The year is flying away. Anyway, I'm looking at Rampage World Tour on the arcade format. And, well, I have played this before, so I've got a little bit of an inkling of what's coming. If you recall, back in, I think it was 87 or 86... the original Rampage was released, and this is basically the sequel, 1997. So there we go, bit of a gap, but there we are. Still 3 players at the same time: George, Lizzie, and Ralph, the huge King Kong style monkey, the Godzilla type reptilian, and of course Ralph, the werewolf, who is actually my personal favourite. I don't know why they never got it so that you could choose which player you wanted to be. That would have been, I think, better. But there we are. So you can see it's kind of claymation in a way, the way the graphics are, and it's fairly funky, I think. A funky monkey. There we are. The format stays the same as the original, so basically you've got to just smash things to pieces, and once you've cleared all of the buildings in a stage, you move on to the next one. It's a fairly tried and tested method there. Now, there's not a lot, really, that this brings to the table that hasn't already been done, apart from some updated animations, and obviously the style of the game is slightly different. You regain health by picking up food, you lose health by eating nasty stuff, and by taking hits from bullets, rockets, etc. So we're going to have a little bit of a playthrough, and we'll have a look around and see what we can pick up as we go along. So it's kind of very cartoony, as you can see as well. It's kind of nice that way. Now I don't remember if I've seen this in the arcade before. Has anyone actually seen the Rampage World Tour arcade cabinet? Oh my god, just eat old ladies, because that's what you do, because that's completely kosher and correct, isn't it? Anyway, your control system's really, really simple. Left and right, up and down. So your left and right will walk you backwards and forwards. Up and down will climb you up and down the buildings. You can combine your up and down with your punch button, and you will punch up and down. And also you can punch behind you, which was, obviously you could do that in the original game as well. This is quite cool, because you can jump on these buildings here, and they give you a little bit of a trampoline effect, which is quite cool. But, like I said, it's like Rampage, but with different graphics. Oh, I can flap. That's a music. I don't know how I did that, actually. Try that again in a minute. But yeah, you can eat everything. So I love the toss the guys in the air and eat them animations. And yeah, you can throw up from eating nasty stuff. Now, the credits on this game give you extra lives and more energy and that sort of thing. So make sure you're stacking up on the credits. You can punch everything and destroy practically everything in the entire game, so that's quite nice. And you can see there the building is now collapsing. Not everybody is a bad guy in this game, so you don't have to eat everyone. The idea is basically to travel the world and defeat and just destroy all of the scum labs. Yes, you heard, scum labs. Not sure which way he was going to throw that dynamite then. Never mind. I mean, it is what it is. It's a cartoon version of Rampage, a bit more up-to-date version. But that's really where it ends. It's just the same game in a different skin, basically. Oh, there you go. Oh, I can sort of fly, so to speak. But the animations are very cool. I do like those. That's definitely a plus for me. And you've got this nice rocking soundtrack as you go. So we'll talk about the sound next. There's a lot of sound going on, from the big meaty punches that you get from when you connect with the buildings. You get a lot of gunfire, you get a lot of screaming, and George being sick. But there we are. The music score's okay. It's very sort of rocky as you go. I'm not talking rocky as in, hey Adrian, but I'm just talking as in like rocky style music. Rock style. Yeah, you get what I mean. The big plus point for me is the fact that it is 3 players at the same time. Now, that was obviously a bit of a hook for the original game. Now, the home versions of the original game only could support 2 players at once. But this does actually, I think this was released on the PlayStation. And I think you could actually have all 4 of you on the all 4 of you? I've added a character. All 3 of you on the screen at once, which is quite a nice thing to have. Obviously a multi-tap required at that point, but not a problem for a lot of people. The multi-tap on the PlayStation, that would be quite cool. I like the damage as well. The damage is in real time, that's quite nice. And it's just, yeah, eat everything you can. It's fun, I suppose, but not so much fun when you're on your own. I think this game would really come into its own when you've actually got your mates around, or if you've got them all crowded around an arcade machine cabinet. I think that would be a lot more fun, because otherwise you're literally just solo pounding buildings. That flapping thing's really weird. Why can a monkey fly? Because he can. There we are. Obvious reference to King Kong there, but there you go. You get bonus points and stuff like that for things that you destroy and eat. There's some gas there, I'm going to see. See, some things have positive effects on you, some things have adverse effects on you. So you've got to pick and choose what you stuff into your mouth, and some things will send you hyper, some things will give you death breath, and all sorts of different things like that. So there are fun elements to it as well. So it's not a complete and utter waste of time. Did I just pick up a group of nuns and just throw them in the air and eat them? I think I did. Only in Rampage, ladies and gentlemen. Only in Rampage. Now, what are your thoughts on the game? Did you play Rampage back in the day? Did you like this version? Or did you just prefer the original style of the game? To me, I like the original style. I don't know whether they could have incorporated the original sort of graphics of the creatures, but I've never really liked this claymation style of look, if you see what I mean. I don't like the style of the graphics. I'm not a massive fan of, but I didn't like Clay Fighters either in that way. I think the actual game was quite good, if I remember rightly. Please feel free to correct me on that, anybody that's played Clay Fighters. But it was just the look of the game, I don't know, I just didn't particularly get on with it. There we are. The controls are quite responsive as well, which is another plus point, so that's quite nice. Replay factor, well, you probably want to go and finish it if you can. You can pick this up on MAME, by the way. Can't tell you where to get the ROMs from, but you know the drill. Google is your friend. But yeah, it's you probably want to get a couple of mates round, because you can map it to your 360 pads or PlayStation 4 pads if you've got those. You can crowd round and set up your controls to have all 3 of you playing at once, which is cool. There we go. Age range, any age really, from young players to experienced players, older players. It's pretty much a game that's pretty universal, and you know, it doesn't take a lot of brain power to figure out what to do. So just climb buildings, mash them with your huge fists, and then laugh uncontrollably as everything comes crashing down around your ears. There we are. Obviously, it's a sort of beat 'em up, so to speak. You can beat each other up, by the way, so you don't have to just rely on everybody else. If your friends are that vindictive, then they will hinder your progress, shall we say. There we are. So as I've discussed, it's a 3-player game, all at once, so simultaneously. Great fun, but just nothing really new on the table, which is going to dock it a few points, I'm afraid, ladies and gents. But there you go, it's Rampage World Tour. I've been Rich, this has been the Retro Revival Show. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time. You keep it retro, and bye for now!